Yoo-hoo! Hey guys, welcome back. So I know it's been a really long time since I made a video, but your girl got busy, okay? My summer was so busy and I haven't really had a lot of free time until now, months later. I hope you guys like my cute little tapestry. I bought it off of Amazon and I'm so excited. It's supposed to like represent me and my sisters because you guys know I love my sisters and my best friends, but isn't it so cute? Anyways, it's not sponsored or anything, but oh gosh. Yeah, so I only have a little bit of time because I have to get ready for practice. But your girl ended up getting a pro contract. So excited. Anyways, so yeah, I got a pro contract. The last time I made a video was in May, I believe. And I think I had mentioned that I had already gone to my grandfather's funeral. So that happened. So in May, let me give you a summer update first of all. So in May, I came back from England, which is where I got my master's dissertation at. For a little bit, I was only going to be home for a couple of months or like maybe a month and a half. So I came back in May, flew to California, had my grandfather's funeral, which was absolutely beautiful. Saw my grandmother, saw my uncles and cousins, and just that was honestly one of the best things to see first coming home. Of course, it was sad, the fact that he had passed away. Loved him to death. I love my dad's side of the family so much, and so yeah, that was really hard, but it was also very like eye-opening to how important family was to me and is to me. And so it took some pictures. I posted them on my Instagram. Took some pictures with my uncles and my cousin and my cousins. And before the funeral, I flew in and I stayed with one of my friends. And like this person is somebody that is really close to my heart. Her and I developed a really strong friendship. And I was really shocked at how close we got so fast, but her and I have developed a really good relationship and I'm hoping it continues. But you know, when you're busy, like sometimes you don't really talk to everyone every day, but there's no love lost. So, after the funeral, man, literally as soon as I landed in the States, my life got crazy busy. Like I said, went to the funeral, then I think either the day after or a few days after the funeral, I flew back home to Utah to go to some of my baby's graduations. When I took a year off from playing before I got my master's, I was coaching. And so I had developed really strong relationships and like mentorships with some of the girls that I was coaching. And so I came back and surprised them for their graduation. Because, you know, being a girl in high school is hard and I get it. Trust me, I will tell you guys about my high school story and my high school experience later. But there's a ton of emotions that go in. So I wanted to surprise them to let them know like they are important. I still think about them to this day. I still wonder if they're doing okay. And I do have to do better at checking in, but you know, like I said, life gets busy. So if you're watching this, I will check in on you. Don't hesitate to call me either. I will answer you. I know the time difference is a little iffy over since I'm over in Europe, but yes, anyways, so I surprised them, and honestly, like, there's one girl specifically who's like my little sister, and when she graduated, I felt like her mom. I felt like her mom, like I'm proud of like my child, but it's nice to feel like an older sister because I've always wanted a younger sister, but it was nice to feel like my presence was really appreciated. So I surprised her, and that's also on my TikTok. So I surprised her for her graduation. I surprised two of them for their graduation because some of them still haven't graduated yet. And so that was a very great experience. Then after their graduations, I was working on my dissertation, like running volleyball camps, and trying to move and figure out where I'm going. By this time, like end of May, beginning of June, I hadn't had a pro contract yet. And so I was trying to figure that out. I was talking to my agent, trying to figure stuff out, figure out what I can do. And then so end of May, beginning of June, I was kind of working on my dissertation, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my future, stuff like that, getting job opportunities maybe for this coming summer. And then what did I do after that? So middle of June, I ended up flying back to England because there were still some friends there that I wanted to say goodbye to. I also had to pack my stuff up to come home, like completely home, out of the house that I was living in out there in England. And I had to pack all my stuff up. I had to get everything out of there. I still wanted to spend time with some friends because my England experience, like, those people will always be and have a very important place in my heart because I didn't want to be done. Like, I didn't want to be done with that team. I've never felt so welcomed and empowered to be myself. And, sorry, let me not say that. Because I have been empowered and been encouraged to be myself, but I've never felt more confident in being myself because I had done all the work growing up and going through college. I had, been encouraged to do the work, and now that I was doing the work, I was confident in myself and being who I was. So I did that. I'll talk about my college experience, my volleyball experience in general pretty soon. And so flew back to England, said bye to people, was still working on my dissertation, still doing interviews, still having meetings with my supervisor, trying to get it all together, very stressful, doing research, bouncing ideas off of him, off of my advisor. And let me tell you, I am very grateful for this advisor because if it wasn't for him, I would be panicking. And he literally revised my essay. He helped me, literally, like I said, bounce ideas off of him. And I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. I have someone who cares about me. So that was really, really refreshing. So then it was also one of my friend's birthdays in June, and so we celebrated his birthday, and that was really fun. And then July, first week of July is when we started practices. Sorry, let me go back. Yeah, first week of July was when we started practices, but it was also when everybody was leaving, going back home. So that was like a really hard emotional time because I was like, oh, my friends are leaving, but I'm so happy that they're gonna do something great. And so, oh man, I wish I could go back. Anyways, so I was saying bye to people, but then we also had practices, and it was really fun to combine people from all over. We were getting ready to go to Croatia in July, which is July 11th through the 17th is when I think we were in Croatia. So we really had to like grind time. We had people from all over come and just be like, hey, I'm gonna play with you guys. And you can literally have anybody play on your team when you go to Croatia. It doesn't have to be them going from Durham or them, going from the team that you're on or playing for. You don't have to know anybody. You just get a team together and you go. And that's what we did. We got a team together. Some of us had played with the university before. Some of us played from different universities, and it was so fun. If you guys want, I'll make like a cute little video of my Croatia trip, but just comment below if you want that to happen. But Croatia was was so fun. From the road trip going to London to flying to Croatia, coming back was a little bit stressful because I'll talk about that in a second, but it was stressful with like the cancellations and like flights and like all that kind of stuff, but we'll come back to that. So we drove down to London, stayed the night in London, kind of explored a little bit, had a little bit of fun time with our coaches, with coach, just kind of telling us where we could go, and then us meeting one of our teammates who was flying from the States to come play with us. Met her there, and it was just like, wow, this is crazy. It's so fun. Like, it's so, like, in those moments you really appreciate who you're around because you're like, oh my God, this is so nice. These people are so cool. So then we fly to Croatia, and it was beautiful. We literally went Snorkeling, I've never done that before. I saw a little cute little starfish. It was so cute. And met so many amazing people. Like, some people I have streaks with, like Snapchat streaks with, and some people like I talk to here and there, but I met some amazing people when I went to Croatia, and some fun people that fit like all kinds of different personalities and have different perspectives, different lifestyles, came from different schools. And let me tell you, that was one of the most memorable experiences I probably would have ever done. You know what? Let me not say that, because my life is gonna be experimental and it's gonna be fun and I'm gonna have a good time. But anyways, so we went snorkeling. We spent the night together. Also said some more goodbyes because some of us were going pro and some of us were going back to the States to do, our own career, like their own careers and stuff like that. So it was like very like sad, but also very like, oh, this is our last time together. It's kind of cute. So I wouldn't have asked to be with another group because we just had fun. We all appreciate each other and all of our different personalities and felt really empowered. So that was a major experience. Flying home. Oh my gosh. That was so tight. Okay, sorry. Let me get back to the volleyball part. Volleyball part of it was so fun. It was like the most unreal experience. I was also so tired because you play like 4 days in a row and you're just exhausted and it's hot and the floor don't feel that good. But you know what? It was a great experience. I got to meet, like I said, some amazing people. And then when it came to an end, we had the little get together where we, mingled with other teams, and sometimes you shared trade shirts with somebody or stuff like that. So it was really cute to meet some people. There's some girls, like some of the younger girls, that were just like, hi, can I have your picture? Like, can I take a picture with you? And stuff like that is just so cute, and it's just so warming to me because I love people so much. Like, everybody has something to provide, so it was really exciting to see that, even if they didn't speak the same language, like they were still like, hi, like, can we take a picture, like stuff like that. And it's just super cute. I love like the little fans and the little people that come and watch, and just communication is something I love. So talking to people is something I love to do. So I need some chapstick. My lips are so chapped. Where to go? Oh, guys, I forgot my microphone. Okay, so I'm not using it right now, but I have a cute little microphone. You know what? Maybe I should try to plug it in. Maybe I might get a different sound. Yeah, I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna talk into it, and we're gonna get a different voice quality. Okay, sorry, give me just a second. Okay, I got my microphone and I'm gonna hold it because I think it's so cute. Or maybe I'm just gonna hold it. Anyways, it's so cute. Okay, so where was I? Okay, yes, the trip was good. Flying home, that was stressful. I was freaking out because me and one of my friends one of my teammates, she's my friend now actually. Me and one of my teammates were flying home back to the States that day, and when we were in Croatia, and obviously during the summer is a time when people decide they want to travel. So me and my friend were also traveling to go back home to the States. And let me tell you, when we were in Croatia, our flight got delayed by like 2 hours. And for me, we both booked flights that like gave us enough time to, go to the connecting flights, go through like the little security that they have once you connect to a flight to get onto another flight. So we gave ourselves enough time to do that, to get off the plane, to do all that kind of stuff. So our plane was delayed for 2 hours. I was freaking out. I was like, I'm going to miss my flight home. And I didn't want to miss my flight home on the 17th because my birthday was on the 18th, and I was not trying to fly on the 18th and be cranky on my birthday. So I ended up going, I made my plane. Unfortunately, she didn't. Like, her flight got canceled. And there were, around this time, I think, is when all the strikes for like flying was, when um, they were canceling a ton of flights. And so her and I were panicking. I was like, there's nothing I can do about it, but it's so stressful because I don't want to work through going and flying at like 2 o'clock in the morning to get back home. So on the bright side, my flight kept getting canceled as well. So I was like, okay, I got a little bit of wiggle room. God was on my side because literally, the longer our flight got canceled, the longer my flight home got canceled. I mean, canceled. Sorry, not canceled, delayed. The longer they got delayed, the longer my flight home got delayed. So I was like, huh, this is nice. I kind of like it. Because I'm not gonna fly home late. I'm gonna be home on time. And so I get home in on my the night before my birthday, and then it's my birthday. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like when you get older, your birthday gets a little bit more boring. My birthday wasn't necessarily boring, but it wasn't as like dramatic as I wanted it to be because I love myself some birthdays. I love birthdays. I want to like spoil people on their birthdays and do like something big on their birthdays, but your girl's broke. So sometimes I can't always do that. But thankfully, I have good friends that want to spend the day with me, and I spent the day with some amazing people like my best friend McCall. I spent the day with her, and I spent the night with Nio, which we went to dinner, and literally those two people are very close to my heart. Like, they're really close friends of mine, and I'm very grateful for them because they keep it real with me, but they also are like the first one to be like, "Hey boo, how you doing? Like, I still love you. Don't forget about me," type thing, because they know I get busy and they get busy doing their own thing, but they know I still love them. I love protein shakes. Anyways, so we did that on my birthday, and then July literally was a crazy month. Like I said, I went from practicing to going to Croatia to coming back home to having my birthday. Then my grandma's birthday was on the 20th of July. This is where it gets kind of crazy. Um, so my grandma's birthday was on the 20th of July, and obviously she called me on my birthday. I called her on her birthday, and in the past we have always celebrated our birthdays together. Like, we would always go to Vegas when I was younger, or we would go to California and just spend time together and celebrate both of our birthdays together. I have like a my cancer tattoo on my rib cage for both of us. And so um my grandma was somebody who was really close to my heart. Then on the 22nd, either 22nd, night of the 22nd, morning of the 23rd, I believe, me and my sisters had gone out and hung out with some friends because during the week we weren't able to celebrate my birthday, so we kind of made it a weekend thing. And so we went out with some of my friends, and I got a weird phone call early in the morning from one of my uncles, which, normally my uncles call me, but not normally at this time. So I got a phone call, and all he said was, obviously, I was around loud music, I was around loud things, so I wasn't able to hear his phone call, so it went to voicemail, and his voicemail just told him to have my dad call him. And the sound of his voice, I knew something was wrong. Didn't know who it was with. I'm assuming it was my grandma, because on her birthday I had to talk to her, and she was just exhausted. Like, she looked tired. She was didn't look like she was feeling well. She was getting short breathed when she was talking to me on the phone. And so I told her, I was like, "Grandma, like, I love you, and I love talking to you, and I could talk to you all day for hours, but if you're tired, like, go get some rest." And I was like, "I love you, like, just go get some rest. We can talk like another time. And, I just want you to, relax, or I can tell you about my story," something like that. So I told her, like, I loved her, and I was like, "I'll talk to you soon." And I was like, "Go get some rest, Grandma. I, like, hope you're okay." So then the 22nd, I found out that she had passed away that morning. And um, my heart was broken. And it still is broken to this day. I told myself I wasn't going to cry, but I miss her a lot. She was one of those grandmas where you just those days where you're like struggling mentally, you're struggling and just stressing out about little things, and she's that grandma that just calls you randomly when you're in those moments, and it's like, hey, I was just thinking about you. I missed you. I wanted to say hi, and I miss her. And it's hard right now, especially because there's some things that I'm going through mentally that are challenging to me, but she was always that person that was like, hey, you got it. Will tell me just stories about her day, tell me stories about how her and granddad met, and I always used to ask her stuff like that. Her and granddad, I always used to ask him, like, how'd you guys meet? Like, how'd you guys know you were the one? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I'm worried. And, growing up, I've seen love, and that's like another topic I can talk about too. But um, I was sad because at this time I did have my pro contract, and she knew I was going overseas, and she was so excited for me. She really was. I could just hear it in her voice and just hear it like talking to her. And um, so she did pass away, and we were trying to figure out when to have her funeral because I was leaving in August, and obviously, it's a hard process to rush, but we wanted to get a funeral going so I could be home for it because this was somebody who I looked up to as a woman. Like the way she carried herself, the way she was somebody like I aspired to be. And so it was hard. It was really hard. And I was devastated because I wanted to be at her funeral, and I wanted her funeral to be something that was a reflection of who she was as a woman. And obviously I didn't get to see it. I heard it was very beautiful because by the time we had it, I was already out here. It was in September, and I was already out here in Europe, starting my career. So it was really upsetting that I couldn't be there for her and very emotionally draining. Um, but a mixture of emotions happened. I'm not going to lie to you because I was both excited to come over here in Europe, but I was also devastated that my grandma couldn't be here and that I couldn't see her and I couldn't go through this experience with her. And so I've been talking to my mom and my parents a lot about it, and it's crazy to think about the fact that my dad has lost both of his parents. But July, when I tell you guys July was a roller coaster of emotions, it's because her death was very shocking and very out of nowhere. But I also think she missed her husband that she was with for what, 70 years? 70 years? Yeah, 70, I think 70 years. She was with her husband for a really long time. I don't know. I don't remember how long it was, but I know that they were together for a long time. So, like I said, I've seen love growing up and I've seen family dynamics growing up. So that's something I strive to have in my future is a long marriage and struggles and happiness, all that built together. Again, another topic. But towards the end of July was my dad's retirement and his birthday. And so we had the opportunity to celebrate him, but also at the same time, we're still mourning my grandma. And so that was like a huge roller coaster of emotions because we wanted to have this great time and be happy and celebrate him, but it was also like we just lost somebody we really loved. And losing somebody is never going to be easy, and that's something regardless of how old they were. Like, yeah, they were in their 90s, but you never want to lose somebody. Like, as selfish as this sounds, I really wanted them to be alive to when I got married. But as you can see, I ain't got no ring on my finger, and there probably won't be one anytime soon. So it's sad. But because I valued who they were as human beings so much, I wanted them to be at my wedding. And of course, they're going to be there in spirit. I know that 100%. But that was really difficult for me. So, we, in July, also on my dad's birthday, not only was that his retirement, but it was also his birthday. But I was also traveling to run a volleyball camp in Nevada, I think is where it was. Pretty sure it was in Nevada. And that was like a 3-day camp. And so I met another amazing person on this journey. So my summer journey has been filled with meeting amazing and genuine people. And so I also went to Vegas. I went to like Nevada, like a different place in Nevada, but then I also went to Vegas afterwards. And that was so fun because don't get me wrong, okay? Don't assume things. I didn't go to Vegas to party. I went to Vegas with a family friend. So they live there now. And they've lived there for quite some time. So I got back from my cute little road trip to Nevada coaching. I came back on the 4th of August. June, July, August, yeah. 4th of August, 3rd of August, sorry, 3rd of August. Then on the 4th of August, from the 4th to the 6th, that weekend, I went to Vegas and spent some time with this family friend. And this is a woman who has always empowered me to be this innocent and not innocent, pure-hearted person that I am. And she really feeds my spirit. And this is somebody I will always hold close to my heart. And she also introduced me to another person who dyed my hair. I got highlights in it. Girl, I know my hair looking rough right now. But I just got done with weights and we had practicing a little bit. But I had the opportunity to meet this amazing person who did my hair and made me just feel like, you are a beautiful, strong, independent. Okay, sorry, I had to sit up a little bit because I feel like I was like poking my head up so y'all could see me. But yeah, so this family friend who has a son who was trying to take pictures, and so I also had the opportunity to, live my dream of being a model or whatever. No, I probably won't ever be a model, but um, I had the opportunity to, have my fantasy of being a model and, posing for pictures because he wants to be a photographer. So I was like, you know what? I want to be a model. You want to be a photographer. It's perfect. So he was able to take pictures of me and he's like my brother, so it was a really fun experience. I also met a really cute Chow Chow and he is so sweet, and maybe it's a girl. I forgot. She is so sweet. Sorry. She's so cute. And honestly, I felt very empowered right before I came on my trip out here to Europe to play. And now I'm here. I'm in Europe. I'm playing professional volleyball. That in itself has its own challenges, but we're working through it. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys on my summer. I know I'm hoping that I can do this more often. I just need to clear some space on my phone because that's all I'm recording on right now because I ain't got no camera. So we'll have to see where that goes. But I hope you guys like my cute little microphone. It's so cute. Look at it. But yeah, so I'm hoping you guys liked this little update. I know it's been crazy, but your girl's done with school. I get to just focus on volleyball and I get to focus on myself. I get to focus on my friends, my family, supporting other people, and figuring out what I want to do with my life outside of volleyball. Because, one day volleyball's going to end for me. And then what? So, if you like this video, comment below, like, comment, and subscribe. I really am hoping that I get somewhere with this. I don't know quite where it's gonna go, but I'm excited for it. My roommate told me she had a dream about us doing one together, so I'm hoping she can be on here with me and talk about her story and everything too. And I think it's just a sign. If she had a dream that I'm doing a podcast and doing videos, I think it's a sign that I should do it. So maybe then that means that's a sign for me to get a camera too. Ugh. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But I'm so excited, you guys. I know it's been a long time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.